Yo, what's up? This is recording artist and songwriter Justin Famous.
Yo, what I am? It's your boy Josh Reynolds, creatively known as Artis.
And this is Music for Thought Vodcast, where we play some dope music, have great conversation, just overall have a good time. And we back at it with the second half episode.
2.5 is what I like to say.
Yeah, 2.5, 2.5. Whatever your heart desires, you call it what you want to. But this is the one we do after the main show.
Exactly.
Yeah. We following a tough act too.
Oh man, Nathan did this thing. Hope if y'all haven't seen that episode 2, go check it out.
Go back. But I think today maybe I should do something this time, right?
Please.
Yeah.
We would love that, bro.
And I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna do something that I actually wrote a while ago that unfortunately is still a little bit too relevant.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about it too.
We're gonna talk about it.
All right.
But at least, you know what? It got a refresh instrumental. So I think that'll really, really shape the conversation. But first, we got to get into the music. So let's get straight into it.
That's dope.
Cool. As I said, my name is Justin Famous, and this song is called That Thin, but 2023 edition. And we're going to start it off like this. Here we go. Figured this time by last year I be on. I guess your boy was wrong. I guess your boy ain't grown enough. Shown enough what? Home rap long enough. Swerve Nation what they on with us. But bump it. I ain't rapping for the fame, man. I really love it. I just do this for change, man. Ain't got no budget. I do this here for change, really. But nobody budging. Nobody trusting in God no more. We just lusting. Hell no, let me stop it. Cause if I spit about that type of spit, y'all won't cop it. Man, I should just drop it like Devin Hester an option. Guess I could just crop it. Nah, that ain't an option. Stop it. Cause that won't be the real me no more. Give no fucks if you feel me no more. Cause if I spit about money, weed, or horse, then I would be lying on this beat for sure. But shoot, I done had dreams of me being a gangster, riding around with that Tommy gun, no shanking, busting like Arsenio you in Harlem Nights, and stick that big barker on him if that price is right. And I ain't talking about the folks or the moles. I'm talking Nino Brown giving back to the pole. I'm talking Scarface giving blows after blow. Cause as that white go, boy, that green grows. But it's about time that we gave that white back. Reagan wasn't stupid when he introduced crack to the blacks. That false sense of empowerment towering over the community. It was mutiny, we had unity deeply rooted. We seen Black Panthers with heavy hammers, Black Anthems lifting their heads up, but they making that goddamnness and randomness with all that glorious white, which shaped us into self-destruction, which led us to fight each other. Like you ain't thought about it that dude that you shoot at look just like your brother, his mother like your mother. Both of y'all got the same struggle, and who the hell taught y'all to hate one another? I mean, it's rich people out here with this bread. How about we go and take they shit instead? Instead, they rob a house that look like theirs, cause that's an easy come up, man. It's not fair. And I ain't trying to get nobody no ideas. I'm just saying we can do better than this right here. Cause being rich and wealthy, you ain't gotta be like years away. If it's not a hoop dream or rap career, but damn dog, I feel like I'm preaching. And it's to the quiet cause you need it, I ain't reaching. Damn dog, I feel like I'm preaching. And it's to the quiet cause you need it, I ain't reaching. You're welcome. Yeah.
Hey, bro, I actually never heard you rap.
You never heard me rap?
That's my first time hearing you rap. You are really good, bro.
That's crazy. I really do appreciate it.
You got bars.
Yeah. I got a couple of them.
Yeah. Hey, what y'all think? Leave in the comments what y'all think.
Yeah. You looking down there, right there.
Oh, okay, my bad. In case y'all, this is our monitor. This is how we can see ourselves. We try to be professional. We try our best,
Yeah.
But check it out. Tell us a little bit. Let's jump to the conversation. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind the start of that song, the creation of that song.
So interesting enough, I actually did write that verse 10 years ago, and I wrote that verse around the time where I had a little bit of motion going. This was like the blog era, and I had just gotten my song. I had 2 songs and posted a pretty popular blog back in Chicago back then. And then I put out my album, and it's like it didn't do what I wanted it to do initially at that time, and it made me feel some type of way, And I was like, man, I see all of these artists doing their thing. This around when Kendrick was really making his move. Chance was making his move. Shout out to Chance. A lot of the artists that was like kind of in that same era, as us. You was there along, you saw the movement. They was really starting to make those moves, and I was really frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where the inspiration came from, the beginning of the song. And then a few years later, I actually put out a full-length project. I can't say the name of the project because I might have to bleep it out, but that was the intro, and I actually redid that verse. I redid it to another sample. It was like an original sample that I did, because the original one I did was actually to the instrumental,
of the actual Lauryn Hill song.
Okay, yeah. And this one, I just wanted to revamp it, but I also wanted to bring back some of that spirit of what I originally felt 10 years ago. And that's why I chose to just flip the Lauryn Hill sample, but like, put it to something that's fun, you can move to, you could dance to, because that's really the type of wave and a vibe that I'm on now. Because people might not know me. If you went to high school with me, I love to dance. I see a mirror, I'm hitting it. I'm doing all of this.
But mirror is safe.
No mirror is safe. But when you rapping, like it's hard to really get a little, thing, yeah. But I say all that to say that's kind of what led to the song, but that's also what inspired me to want to talk about what we talking about today, which is, why is that song still relevant? Like I really figured by last year, I'll be on, by this time. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately it's still the same. And I think it rings a little bit different, especially now because, my mom, she just had a push day again. The birthday thing.
What is a push day, bro?
I'm not ready to get too deep into it, but a push day, I will explain that real quick. A push day, I'm not really big on celebrating my birthdays. It ain't nothing necessarily associated with any particular religions or anything like that. It's more philosophical. I promise I'm going to get into it one of these episodes. But what I did want to celebrate and what I do want to start a tradition of is to celebrate my mom on the day I was born, because she did all the work. I didn't do anything. I just got pushed out. That was it.
Shout out to Mama Famous.
Shout out to Mama Famous. Shout out to Mom. Love you, Mom. But I just want to, celebrate her because she did all that work. But it still does sting. Like, I still know how old I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, and being 30, 30.
You at least 30, bro.
Almost. I am 30. Dang, I'm 30, right? And it's like, it's a whole saying like, 30 is washed. Like, should you really be trying to pursue an artistic career, an artistic path, at this big old age? You know what I'm saying? That's like kind of what's been on me heavy, and I am having fun doing music still. We do we got some songs out there getting some good traction, people rocking with us. But it's still not, what I expected 10 years ago.
Let's talk about it, bro. Like, so what, okay. What does that look like for you now then? If so, since you are 30, and there is, I guess, some type of like pre-notion that 30 is washed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't hearing about it nowhere, but I can imagine that.
Y'all let us know. It's 30 washed.
But nah, 30 is the new 20. Like,
30 is the new 20.
You know what I'm saying? 40 is the new 30. You know how it go.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it, bro. What does that look like for you now? Like, why still? Why still go ahead and pursue your artistic creations and careers, etc.?
It's almost like esoteric. Like, I'm driven to do it. Like, even without the accolades already, even without the records, it's like I just want to make music. I just want to create. I just want to make things. I want to see people smile. I love to entertain. And, it's such a high and a blessing to actually see people day it brightened up because of something that I made or something that I said or something that I did. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I guess I do ask myself, like, if I never get paid for this, would I just stop? I don't think I would. I think I would always be creative in some form of fashion. What about you?
Why? Why am I? I'm 32. Just like I said last time, it's just my right knee that hurt. My left knee is fine.
Is left good? It's
right,
just
the right knee. In the wintertime only, it hurts. But 32 years old, why? So what I did is I think I was always like in my 20s. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that was the prime of creation.
That was a decade ago?
Man, don't even play like that. When you put it like that, it make it sound bad, But that we was in our prime. Like, I feel like we were creating a lot of the content like that we can now take, mold, shape, reuse, and like kind of put it more into modern context for us. That's best for us now. Yeah. And so I created some. I was a rapper. Like, I don't know if y'all know. If y'all don't know me, it's cool. I have bars too. You know what I'm saying? I might give my hands a go. You know what I'm saying? We start freestyling.
Might have to take you out of retirement.
Come on through. But vocalism, it was like what I really understood for myself to be important. So I was like, you know what? I wasn't taking music artistry seriously at all. But people who knew me always knew I was creative. Yeah. And so I didn't really get serious until the band I jumped in 2018, Loose Loose. And we had that going in Missouri.
Shout out Loose Loose.
Gang, you know what I'm talking about? And so, like, I realized, like, you know what, like, man, like, I don't have to just be like a artist educator, because that's what I predominantly was known for. Like, my art education in Chicago, South Side, West Side, then going to Missouri, doing some stuff in Columbia, St. Louis, KC, etc. And so I found a way to create like a full spectrum like brand for myself, which is art and edu. And so art and education about art and culture, and essentially like this Vodcast.
Yeah.
The original idea came from Justin Famous, boy right here, and
I appreciate it.
We coming together to make this happen, and
Absolutely.
it fits right in brand with
okay.
the conversations are just like kind of more informative, cultural, et cetera. And so creatively, I'm gonna keep doing it because I know the vision that was set. Back when I was like 21, I went through a dark space in my life, and then I got a vision when I reunited with God in a certain way and got closer to God and had that. And so, I ain't gonna lie, I can't give up. Like, I don't really want to be doing nothing else. I can't go work for nobody else in a certain way because I need to be fulfilling, like, something that I needs to get done.
It's hard though, man, especially when them bills get due.
Oh yeah,
that's what's real. That's what really. I think that's really the pressure. And low key, I won't even just say that because honestly, I think every artist out there know at some point in time you struggle. Every artist, regardless if it was relative, even if you was born into money, like you didn't live the lifestyle that you either expected or you were used to.
Right.
And I would say, at least for myself, the struggle is worth it.
Man.
Like that's not really the big pressure. Money, that's really not the big pressure. It's really the social pressure. And really like, especially the immediate people around you, your family, your immediate family, your friends. For some people, it's their spouses. Shout out to my wife. She's super supportive.
Oh yeah,
she's more supportive than I am of myself. So
that's a good spouse to have.
Yeah. I love you, baby.
Yes,
but I think it's the social pressure is really what make it hard on the artist, because unless you making millions of dollars and you got all type of Lambos and jets, it's like they think you're not doing nothing.
Right. And funny enough, you got social media now, so you can make it seem like you're doing something.
You can definitely fake the funk.
And content is king is what they say. So we posting and we finding the most beautiful moments to post and make it look like we doing what we doing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what does it really look like in your foundation?
Yeah.
And so a lot of artists, like, I can speak to like only what I've seen. Like, man, artists been like talented. They've been consistent. They've been doing their thing since like I was like 19, and like it still looks like they may have the local support, but like I don't know, like it's levels to it. Like looks like it was levels to love on the last episode.
Yeah. Shout out Nick Piano again.
It's levels to how you like I guess build up your brand and like your artistry to be able to have a platform to create and it be received well.
I feel that.
And wide. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of more of the goal or the trajectory that I'm trying to be on. Like it's not I guess fast, but like, long and sustainable.
So you're not trying to stay local?
I can't, man. I love Chicago. But Chicago, look, y'all a little picky about what y'all like out here. And I like to have an international and like very eclectic and diverse sound. And so if you hear, some of the songs we putting out, the music we putting out, it's definitely different.
If you're not hearing it, go hear it. Like be here to listen to the music too.
That's right.
Go check it out.
Music for thought. We got music for y'all. What's up?
Absolutely.
We want it to be received, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the point of it. But what about like the stereotypical aspect of like when you said, trying to like, I guess, take care of them bills, as young men, a stereotype for us is like we supposed to be the providers. And so we supposed to be making the bank and the bread and locking it down at home and stuff like that. I feel like that contradicts like being a creative, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that is another big component of that social pressure of feeling like, okay, if I'm just creating and I'm not necessarily receiving the monetary value that I feel like my creation is worth in the moment, in the immediate, it's hard to kind of communicate that, to your moms, your pops, to your friends. And again, sometimes to your spouses, it's really difficult for people to see you working super hard. You're doing 15 hours, 16 hours, and you don't see the money until maybe a year. I mean, even if you put out a record and, it go 1 million, you get 1 million streams on Spotify or whatever, you only finna see about 6,000 of them. And that's not going to get into your bank until 6 months from now. You know what I'm saying? So like the way to make money as a creative is just totally different than what you get just as an entrepreneur if you're selling a product or a service. Obviously, unless you like gigging, that's a little bit different. sometimes you can just get that check right away.
Right.
That's a lot easier. But like when we doing like what we doing right now, it takes a lot of work to put together this production, to edit everything, to practice before, to actually come up with the music. Like it's a lot that goes into actually making a song or making a video that gets put out and consumed in only like 3 minutes, or in our case, for the Vodcast, only 45 minutes. But it's a lot of work that goes into that. It might be 100 hours, 200 hours put into just one 3-minute song.
Over time,
you know? But you put all that time in, and then you don't see the money right away.
I don't see the money.
And it's hard to communicate that value. Like, look,
man.
I'm not just doing nothing.
Right.
Trust me, I am working my butt off. But the benefit is, and this is always the hope, is that when it pays off, it pays a dividend. It is absolutely an exponential increase. It is truly appreciative. And that's I guess it's just about being able to persevere to get to that. That end goal. It's like that little stupid meme of the one dude that's hacking away looking for a diamond, and the one guy walk off, and then you could see like he was right next to the diamond. If you just gave it 2-3 more hacks, bing, you would have had your bling.
And now, you know what's funny that you brought that up, because like I don't necessarily keep that visual in mind, but like I have some type of understanding of like that within me, because like I just can't give up. Like it's been hard. Like it's been times where I wanted to give up on music. I literally have a close parent in my ear right now. Like, why don't you go on back to school? Why don't you just do this and do that? I'm like, look, trust me, I understand. That was the way that was set, that we understood this. Hey, this model of life works.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely doing an unconventional style of creating my new life in line of trajectory for how I'm trying to build my life for myself and for my family.
Build it up.
There you go. I got you. 5 heartbeats, you know what I'm saying?
5-part harmony, 5-part harmony.
But at the same time, like we need that support. But we also need the plan. The plan is really important.
Yeah.
And so for a lot of creators and artists, like they may not have the plan laid out. It may not be a vision written and the plan made simple. And so you need to actually put yourself in a position where you are the business owner, create a business plan.
Yeah.
And then what does that look like for you? And then be able to have something that's like that people can sign on to. Like, so for that parent that's like on me, like, hey, like I'm waiting to see, but I ain't seeing it yet. I ain't seeing what I want to see yet. Like, look, I'm bringing the business plan to you next, because like that's what we need to do. And then for them to be able to have a little bit of weigh in on it, like, so if you do value that person's input or that person's like, I guess, support for you in your life, I think that's a helpful component sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah. I do think it's also important, like you just mentioned, to have a plan. Because I early on, it was a lot of, I'm gonna be famous by next year, and that was it. It was like, all right, yeah, this next year I ain't got to worry about stuff right now. I'm gonna be on, and it's like, how are you going to get on? How? How are you gonna get 1 million views, or how you gonna get signed? Like, what is your plan?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, like I'm probably here right now and to see where I am, because early on, I had a lot of ambition, I had a lot of vision, and I had a lot of drive, but I didn't necessarily have a well thought out plan that I can put in place and execute. And I do think that's the difference about what we're doing right now. And I think it's because of what we learned over time. You know, now we do have, like, even for the podcast, we got a business outline, we got a mission statement, we got a purpose, we got a target audience. And the same thing for the artist Justin Famous. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely have a mission and a purpose and a target audience. And I'm thinking about different ways for me to brand myself and how I can market myself and which different avenues I can get an income either directly or passively outside of just making the music, but still making sure that the music is the focus. So you're absolutely right, man. That plan, treating yourself like, even though we aren't a traditional, small business, or it's not traditional entrepreneurship, at the end of the day, we still providing a service if we performing, and we providing a product when we putting out music and content. It's just done differently.
Definitely done differently, yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes off as unorthodox in the traditional way. So like if I do end up going back to school, what makes sense is to go ahead and get a little business degree.
Yeah, okay.
At this point, like no shade to anybody. I commend anyone who has the discipline to finish school, not just once,
Yeah.
But to go back for multiple degrees,
Whew.
Look.
My boy is like getting his doctorate right now.
man,
He basically a doctor at this point.
straight up.
Shout out, you know you are. You know you are. I'm gonna shout you out on the next half episode, but this one for you.
My cousin just got his doctorate. Shout out to my cousin Jonathan.
Shout out to you, cuz.
Doing it.
So you just shouted out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I'm about to say Dr. Guest then. I gotta let him know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let him
my
know,
boy
man.
KG Uplifts. Go check him out.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna check you out.
Yeah.
But cool, man.
But no, yeah, you're right though. It does take a lot of discipline to finish through. But you think you might go back to school?
You know what, man? I always did it like this. I ended up like, so I never finished. I'm college dropout, Kanye all day.
Hey, me too. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to I did 2 years though. So
you did.
Shout out
you did your 2 years,
to them Redbirds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I asked you doing it, bro. Like y'all trying to do something in Chicago. I see y'all.
Yeah,
All right,
it's a lot of us. We be
Y'all
bussing. We keep
Cool,
it bussing. Yeah.
But I ended up still working for a university. It's like people be like, wait, what? Like people get confused, but I was resourceful. Shout out to my moms because she was always a resourceful person, and I was always able to figure out how to put myself in positions that I can get what I need and also give things that I have to offer to wherever I'm at. And so I was gonna go work for that school, and then the whole goal was for that school to pay for me to get back in school, or just comp. Honestly, the schools can just comp that. Like honestly, like
that's what I'm saying. Like let's keep it a buck. Like why we gotta go back and forth with it? Why you gotta give me some money so I can give it back? What we talking about here?
Creating a middleman that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? But the pandemic happened and things shifted. So I was like, that's my excuse.
That dang penny.
But I'm looking for. I guess what I want to do is I want to keep moving forward. Keep doing what I need to do each day. And then if that comes up again, the opportunity comes up again, that's what makes sense. Like, I don't want to actually hide from that opportunity if it's in my face. Like, I'm not going to dodge it if it's getting thrown right at me. But I'm not also forcing myself trying to get back into it like some people are sometimes.
I feel you on that. I mean, I think with me, as far as, cause I've like thought about the idea of going back to school. And like, I don't know, but see, that's the thing is, if I was to go back to school, I don't know if I would just go back to school to do something that would like help the music out. Cause I feel like a lot of what I would go to school for, like I've learned over time. And I mean, my wife, she got an entrepreneur like degree anyway. She got a business degree.
That's
so
dope.
It's like, why we need 2 of them in the house? Like
True,
she already got
need
one.
something that can complement that what she got already.
Yeah, but also a big thing for me too, which is like, I don't know if it's hard to explain or if it's hard to understand, but like I am extremely creative. Like I have to be creating no matter what it is I'm doing. I gotta feel like I'm making a difference. Like I can't just be like a point and do. You know what I'm saying? And if I was to do something that like on a part-time or even full-time and I had to like put, doing the music on a back burner because I needed something that can compensate me more than the music is currently, it would take so much away from me creatively unless it was something that was extremely creative.
Got you.
And it's difficult to find those positions because typically they won't experience, and I don't think they will take me being owner of my own music creative company as the experience that they're looking for. But I also just take that as, God telling me that just keep going, just keep hashing at it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like, we just like completely broke. Like we just completely struggling with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like we getting something.
We figuring it out.
We eating. We eat every day, But it's not, I guess you just have a different expectation. And like you said earlier, I do want to be global. So like that's kind of what my expectation is to have the type of income and resources that can, I can reach on a massive scale. Because it's a lot that I want to help in the world. And that's really why I'm making music in the first place, is because it's not just so I can enrich myself, although, that's a positive benefit.
There you go.
But that's not the only reason why. I really do think that the music that I'm making and the art that I'm creating can really help people live their lives easier. A lot of people go to music to escape. And I want my music to be something that can actually help people learn to love their lives more, learn to appreciate themselves more. So that way they can go into their every day and just face the world, tackle the world, conquer the world. When they hear that music, it inspires them to get up and be ambitious and to be driven. And I feel like that message, it needs to spread around the world. I want it to spread around the world, and I feel like that's what God called me to do. You know, I feel driven. You know, and again, my boy, he keep talking about we got a Christian podcast.
This is a Christian podcast, right?
Look,
we've come to that understanding.
I can't do nothing about, you know, what drives me and what my worldview is. Look, we don't discriminate against nobody. You know, everybody got their own views, everybody got their own beliefs, but you know, this is just something that drives me. You know, and I can tell it's something that drives you.
Yeah, man. And so that's a good answer to why we keep going in our 30s.
Yeah. so basically, what you're saying is we ain't gonna stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. We gonna keep it going.
I'm Ace, right? I'm Ace. Yeah.
Okay.
He P Diddy.
I'm Diddy. Yeah. All up in the music.
All in the music videos.
All in the angles.
Yeah, all in the angles. he produced all my music, but I can't call him a producer. So
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Recording artist and songwriter, Justin Famous.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just can't stop creating, huh?
I can't stop creating, but you know what? What we can do is we can stop this conversation because I think we had a good one, man. I really did enjoy this.
I agree. I liked this one.
Yeah. You liked it?
Like 3Ds at the end.
You liked it with 3Ds?
Yeah.
All right, man. But we gonna leave it over to y'all, man. If y'all really did enjoy this conversation, let us know. Leave a like, a subscribe, all that good stuff they be saying on YouTube. What I care most about, though, is that y'all just continue the conversation. So that's what's most important. And with that, we gonna end it off.
Close it out, man. Peace and love. Blessings, y'all. We love you.
Peace and love.